Imagine standing at the edge of an infinite cosmic ocean where every wave carries a message meant just for you. These aren't ordinary waves. They're divine whispers, universal signals, and sacred guideposts leading you toward unlimited abundance. Like astronomers searching distant galaxies, many of us sense these signals but struggle to interpret their meaning. Today, we're diving deep into the art of spiritual alignment, unlocking the 5 sacred steps that will transform those whispers into clear guidance. Think of your connection to the universe as an ancient radio, perfectly capable of receiving divine mocasses, but perhaps slightly out of tune. Those recurring numbers that catch your eye, 1111 appearing on clocks, 333 showing up in phone numbers, or 777 manifesting in unexpected places. They're not coincidences, they're cosmic frequencies trying to reach you. When you feel the unexplainable urge to take a different route to work, or that sudden inspiration that wakes you from deep sleep, you're receiving these divine transmissions. But how do we know these signals are genuine? Imagine your intuition as a spiritual compass, its needle always pointing toward truth. When a genuine universal signal arrives, it creates a resonance in your soul, a feeling of peaceful knowing rather than anxious uncertainty. It's like the difference between hearing a jarring noise and a harmonious melody. True divine guidance feels like coming home, like puzzle pieces clicking perfectly into place. Now, let's dive into the flowing money energy principle, a concept as natural as the changing of seasons. Picture abundance as a river that flows through the universe, ready to nourish every aspect of your life. Money isn't just currency, it's fountain potential, crystallized energy waiting to be activated by your consciousness. Every dollar in your wallet is like a seed carrying the DNA of infinite abundance. When you shift your energy around money, you're like a master gardener tending to fertile soil. Start each morning with a gratitude ritual, acknowledging the abundance already present in your life. Each thank you is like dropping a pebble in a pond, creating ripples of prosperity that extend far beyond your immediate circumstance. Treat every bill you pay as a blessing, an opportunity to participate in the grand exchange of universal energy. The 12 universal laws are like the fundamental forces of nature, each playing its unique role in the cosmos of creation. The law of vibration teaches us that everything, including money, is pure energy in motion. When you maintain a high vibration through positive thoughts and emotions, you naturally attract higher forms of abundance. The law of attraction isn't just about wanting something, it's about becoming a living magnet for your desires through consistent alignment. Let's explore how these laws work in everyday life. The law of action reminds us that the universe rewards inspired movement. When you feel a divine nudge to start that business, take that course, or make that investment, it's the universe orchestrating opportunities for your growth. The law of correspondence shows us that our outer world mirrors our inner reality. By maintaining inner abundance, we naturally attract external prosperity. Here's your 5-step formula for combining divine guidance with universal law. First, create sacred space each morning. Even 5 minutes of silence can open channels of communication with the divine. Second, pay attention to the signals that repeat or resonate deeply within you. Third, check these signals against your inner compass of peace. Fourth, Take inspired action aligned with both your guidance and universal law. Finally, remain in a state of grateful expectancy, knowing the universe is orchestrating everything for your highest good. This isn't just theory, it's practical spiritual technology. When considering a new opportunity, pause and tune in. Does it feel expansive or contractive? Does it align with your higher purpose? Are you sensing those divine nudges encouraging you forward? Use this system as your spiritual GPS, navigating the territory between inspiration and manifestation. Think of yourself as a cosmic conductor, orchestrating the symphony of your reality. Each thought is a note, each feeling a chord in your unique melody of creation. When you align with divine flow, you're not just playing random notes, you're conducting a masterpiece of manifestation. Your bank account becomes a reflection of your spiritual alignment. Your relationships mirror your inner harmony, and your entire life transforms into a living testament to universal abundance. This journey of alignment isn't a destination, it's an eternal dance with the divine. Each morning when you sit in silence, you're not just meditating, you're participating in a cosmic conversation. Every time you notice those synchronicities, you're receiving love letters from the universe. When you take inspired action, you're co-creating with the infinite intelligence that orchestrates galaxies. Remember, you're not just a passive observer in this grand cosmic dance. You're an active participant, a co-creator with the universe itself. As you practice these principles, watch how your life transforms from a series of random events into a choreographed flow of miraculous manifestations. Your intuition, your abundance will expand, and your connection to divine guidance will deepen with each passing day. Share your journey in the comments below. Have you experienced those divine nudges? How has following universal guidance transformed your life? Let's create a community of conscious creators, supporting each other as we align with infinite wisdom. Together, we're not just manifesting abundance, we're becoming living channels for divine flow, transforming not just our own lives, but the very fabric of reality itself. Remember, this is your time to shine, to align, and to thrive in the infinite flow of divine abundance. The universe is always speaking, and now you have the keys to not just listen, but to engage in the most important conversation of your life. Welcome to your journey of divine flow.